Good morning. Myself Manjunatha, working as a librarian in the Oxford College of Science. I presenting a paper on open peer review journals in DOAJ and overview. So I presented a paper regarding the open peer review journals. So the this is our mainly I focused on open peer review journals in Directory of Open Access Journals in overview. So that's why outlines of the studies. So introduction, objective of the study, scope and methodology, analysis and interpretation, findings and conclusion. These are all our study outline. So is a introduction. So open peer review was first considered about a 30 years ago, but became a more popular in 1990s. So open peer review journals is a first considered 30 years ago, but it is a very popular in 1990s. So otherwise, the open peer review is a pre-post and post publications review of scholarly publication freely available. So most of the databases available freely. So more than 100 databases freely available databases available in the internet. So as well as subject wise and discipline wise, you can access the databases. For example, humanities, science, then technology related, all the disciplines databases available in the open peer review journals. As well as another thing is open peer review is the one final aspect of the technology. So, and another thing, types of peer review. So, what types of peer reviews? For one thing is what is open peer review? So, open peer review is the various possible modification of the traditional scholarly peer review process. And three most common modifications is there. One, open identities. Another thing is open reports. Third one, open participation. So these are all open peer review modifications. Along with so many open peer review types of there. So what is the open peer review types? Single blind open peer review, double blind open peer review, um, open peer review, then transparent open peer review, collaborative open peer review, post publications open review. These are all mm, types of the open peer reviews. For example, single blind open peer review is a author does not know the identity of the reviewer. It is a single blind open review. So double blind open review is reviewer does not know the identity of the author and vice versa. So our study is mainly focused on open peer review. So that's why the identity of the author and reviewer is the known by all participants during or after the review process. This is the open peer review. Our study also focused on open peer review. So another thing is objective of the study. Our study is considered three objectives. The first objective is the most productive country. Which countries published most open peer review journals? So first objective. The second objective is to know the language wise. To know the language wise open peer review journals published by the language wise. So another third open objective is to know the year wise added open peer review in DOAJ journals. So year wise added, which year is most to open peer review journals added in the which year. So another objectives. So totally three objectives covered in our study. So scope and methodology. So scope and methodology. So initially it is started as a 300 open access journals, but today it contains a 70,147 journals, open journals available in the DOAJ databases. First, it is started by University of Lona, Sweden. So another scope, all the disciplines, open peer review. So DOAJ is covers all the disciplines: science, technology, social science, and humanities, management. All the disciplines covered in the open peer review journals. So another thing is I searched in a keyword. Give a keyword in open peer review journals. I entered in open peer review journals in the DOAJ databases such techniques. So I retrieved So 2545 open peer review journals data I retrieved from the DOAJ databases. So another thing is, so open peer review journals by the top 10 countries. So which countries is published most open peer review journals? So many countries are published open peer review journals, but I consider a top 10 journals only. So for example, United Kingdom. So United Kingdom is the highest number of open peer review journals published in DOAJ journals. For example, 740 journals published in open peer review journals. So another thing is United States. United States of America is the second highest open peer review journals published in DOAJ journals. So 296 journals published in open peer DOAJ. So it is a secured and it is a second place in the uh, country-wise. So as well as Netherlands, Poland, Indonesia, China, Switzerland, Ukraine, and Russia. These are all countries are published open peer review journals, but Spain is least number of open peer review journals published in DOAJ journals. Only 54 open peer review journals published in Spain. So another thing is number of journals added DOAJ by year. So number of journals year wise added in the DOAJ journals. So I consider only 10 years for study purpose. So in this table also consider only 10 years before data, 2012 to 2021. So 2021 is the highest number of open peer review journals published. So 523 open peer review journals published in 2021. So as well as second 2020, in 2020 329 journals published in open peer review journals in DOAJ. The least number of journals published in 2012, 61 open peer review journals published in uh, DOAJ journals. So DOAJ databases. So another thing is distribution of peer review journals language wise. So language wise distribution. So language is very important for communications. We know it is a very a vital role in the education field or any other field. So communication is very important also. So another thing is language, English. We know most of the majority of the countries are usually English. So in globally, so 195 countries are there. So more than 130 countries are followed English language. Uh, so that's why the majority of the open peer review journals also English is the highest number of open peer review journals. You can see the 73.1% journals published by in English language. It is useful also. So because second thing is Russian language 4.17. So second highest number of open peer review journals published by Russian. Another thing is Portuguese is a very less number or meager number of open peer review journals, 0.82. So another thing is language is very important because so if I publish any regional language or local language, we can see only within the for example in India we are majority of the peoples are using a Hindi language. So we can publish it in Hindi language. Only few peoples are access the information. Suppose I publish it in English language, though throughout the world, so all over the world all over the world people can access my information, can receive my articles and reading articles. So that's why English is the best communication language to publishing the your publications. So another thing is subject-wise distribution journals in DOAJ. So subject-wise distributions. So many disciplines are there. So for example, medicine, science and technology, all the subjects covered in DOAJ databases. So preferably science and technology is a more research. So conducting a more research compared to other disciplines. So that's why is medicine is the highest number of open peer review journals published. For example, 922 journals published by open peer review journals by medicine subject. So second largest journals published by science. So 557 journals published by science, and third one technology. The least number and less number of journals published by fine arts. So only few numbers. 46 journals published by fine arts. So findings and conclusion. So the majority of the journals have been published from the United Kingdom. So highest number of journals published by UK and followed by the USA. The 11.0663%. So second thing is the majority of the journals have been published by Languagewise. So Languagewise, English is highest number of journals, 76.13 percentage of journals published by English, and Russia is 4.1%. So second thing is the highest number of journals added in the year. So already I discussed about the 2021, 2021, the highest number of open peer review journals published in DOAJ, 20.55 percentage of journals published in DOAJ databases. Thus followed by 2020, 12%, 12.93 percentage journals are published. So another the conclusion part. It is also open peer review journals is using publishing. So it is a very important because some research scholars is not getting a not have a money. So if I access any articles, so $30, $32 is there. But scientists or scholars are published in open access or open peer journals, so we can they can easily access, and they can easily get the information. So another thing, it is also suggested that scientists and research scholars should publish their research work in online open access journals for wider visibility of the research work and for greater impact factor and citation index. So another thing is open peer review is developing phenomena. More research is needed, particularly to better understand the difference between the discipline and pathway of the change of the opinions. This is my study conclusion. So thank you for the organizer for giving a wonderful opportunity for this opportunity. So thank you one and all.